boys! 900 baby! Hey, hey,
What a night. That's what 900 looks like. It's what it sounds like. Celebration with the family. Alexander Ovechkin saluting the crowd. The one and only member of the 900 Goal Club. It's NHL on TNT Postgame show presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Liam McHugh, Paul Bissonnette, Anson Carter, Henrik Lundqvist. It is all about Alexander Ovechkin making history on TNT. And we're going right back to the arena and bringing in the man of the hour. There he is, Alexander Ovechkin. Ovi, congratulations. What a night. I have Hall of Famer Henrik Lundqvist here ready to ask you a question.
Ovi, I have to say, even though you scored a lot against me, I loved playing against you for 15 years. I just have to say that it was so challenging every time that I loved it. My question to you, after so many years, so many records, achieved so much, what's the best part about still playing the game?
Yeah, thanks. Obviously, still enjoy the moment. Every day come to the locker room. Not much practice, but I still love the game. So, yeah, we still have fun. We still have a great atmosphere in the locker room. And, yeah, still enjoy it, man.
Ovi says congratulations on scoring 900 goals. Out of all the goals you've scored, is there one goal that stands out for you as the most memorable one?
Yeah, probably against you, man. Against Rangers all the time, you know. No, but be honest with you, every goal is so hard to score in this league, and I can't pick one.
Ovi, last one from Biz here. What are you going to do to celebrate 900?
We have a back-to-back tomorrow. We're going to have Pittsburgh, so we'll see what we're going to do tomorrow.
All right.
All right. We'll be watching. Thanks so much. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, Ovi.
900 goals.
I thought you would say Subway and a Bud Light or a Bud Heavy.
I thought so, too.
Well, I just love that he's talking about how much fun he's having, right? And part of that also is Caps, they lost 4 straight. They won. Last year, Caps, during the chase, top seed in the East. It's a lot more fun when this ride includes a team that's competitive and winning games.
Yeah, they've been a great team, but there's no question he creates a certain energy in that locker room, on the ice. Could you imagine being a teammate right now and being on the ice, being part of these records? That's something, yes, you will talk about your own career. You'll talk about what you achieved as a team, but 20, 30 years from now, 100% you will talk about the fact that you were on the team with Alex Ovechkin, breaking these records. You know, it's incredible, you know, and we talked a lot about this last year, the fact he did it in such a cool way. And, you know, the level he was playing with. And this year, yeah, we talked about him being off to maybe a slow start, but he's a guy that he can turn it on still.
He really can.
Do you think he can reach 30 goals this year?
I think he's going to get 30.
30?
Oh, he scores in bunches all the time. And like you said, his teammates love him. It was something that galvanized the group last year to finish as strong as they did. And I think they can run with it this year. You know, a little bit of a slow start for really the team in general. And, you know, now they have a little bit of adversity with Pierre-Luc Dubois in the lineup. But I think everyone's really going to raise their play. And we've talked about their coach many times, Carberry. And I think he'll have the group ready to play for them. And another big year from Ovi.
And he broke the record last year on the road.
Yep.
Now he gets 900 at home. You know, and what a treat for the Washington Capitals fans. Being a guy that's played down there, played in Landover, and just watching Liam, you were there during the Stanley Cup run they had, the Sea of Red. It's Caps Nation. It's Caps hockey right now. It's all because of number 8.
Oh, yeah, you'll see some jerseys that are non-Ovi, but it's like 90% just Ovechkin jersey, everyone in that arena.
He's really taken over that whole area. D.C., Virginia, Maryland. The growth of hockey has just been going through the roof, and it's all because of watching Alex Ovechkin the last 20-plus years doing his thing, playing at an elite level.
Well, you talk about the quest for 30, right? 19 of his 20 seasons, he got to 30 goals. The one season he did not, that was the COVID shortened season. But 44 goals last year when he was 39. And he missed time with a broken leg. And he got to 44 goals. So you can doubt him if you would like to.
Yeah.
It's just going to be fuel for him, man.
But he's a machine. And for anybody that hasn't met Alex, when you meet him face to face, you're like, this he's thick. Like he's, I don't know, carved out of a block of stone or something. And his game is not about speed. It's all about power. And he's able to be in the right place at the right time. And Biz and Ace, you talked about, he's always hitting the net. That goal tonight, by the way, a lot of times it's not about hitting the perfect shot. It's the quick shot, not allowing goalies to set their feet, getting position. Yes, he has a bomb, but that bomb a lot of times ends up, if not in the middle of the net, but it's on net, through guys, through goalies' arms or legs. And in this case, it was just a quick, no look behind the backhand. But again, he gets the puck to the net all the time, and it's been fun to watch. It was fun to play against. It was challenging, and he always tried to get in your head with comments. And
would he chirp you?
Oh yeah, all
really?
the time.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What would he say to you, Hank?
No,
Your suit was awful today walking in the rink?
No, but he was always skating around the net. It's kind of half smiling, being half serious, saying stuff. And I was a quiet guy when I played, but there's certain guys that got you smiling a little bit. He was one of those guys.
I love it. That's awesome.
That's unreal.
A few other storylines in this game, and one was the fact that Don Sweeney, the assistant GM for Team Canada, obviously Doug Armstrong, the Blues GM, was the GM for Team Canada, doing a little scouting, right? This was a Washington Capitals team that had no players at the Four Nations. We'll talk about the goalies in a second, but one guy, if they were scouting Tom Wilson put on a show here. He showed them what he was all about.
All over it. Defensively with that huge block early and just a menace in front of that. Like that's a brutal one to take, especially early in the game. And you actually touched on it, Ace. When you're that separated from the shot, the velocity it ends up gaining can really do a lot of damage. But he was out there a few shifts later, banging around. They get on that early power play. He's the guy who tips it net front. This one's the one he had in the third period, giving Tucker just tons of problems. Tough night for the St. Louis defense, and it doesn't make it easier that you got that mutant breathing down your neck, chefed in, chefed out, as Army would call him, the monster.
What did Shelley call it last night? A playoff block?
Yeah.
And that's what Tom Wilson had.
Not a first 5 weeks of the season block. Save it for that.
Pretty much sums it up.
Yeah. Well, and the other side of that is if you're scouting, and the big question mark, I think, for Team Canada, if there is one, and there is, it's centers around the goaltending situation. Jordan Binnington struggles again, gets pulled in this game. Logan Thompson did not make Team Canada for that Four Nations, but he's been phenomenal this season. Goals against average save percentage, #1 in the NHL. Let's take a look at the guys who were on the team for Team Canada last year. We know Montembeault off to kind of a tough start this season. Aiden Hill injured right now. And then there's Binnington. Who says Binnington, regardless of what's happening right now, has to be on that team? You're nodding along?
Well, I agree with Bush that, he's a gamer, and he proved it so many times. My concern with Binnington, if St. Louis keeps playing like this, I don't know where his confidence will be. And also as a goalie, if you play, for a team that lacking good defense, not a lot of structure, suddenly it creeps into your game. You start doing things that you normally don't do. So I think it's a little early still to say who's going to start, but Thompson have to be in the conversation. It's not only this year, it's the last 4 years. He's been very consistent, and especially since the move to Washington, where he kind of betted on himself a little bit, and kind of tells me a lot about him. He went there. He was talking a lot in the media about, not a good fit in Vegas or whatever, but as soon as he got to Washington, he backed it up by playing extremely well. He competes well. He has great feet, and that allows him to be in really good position all the time. And it's a little different to see a guy catch with the right, but, he does such a good job for them. He's, so consistent. And I think that's one of the most important things when you're a starter in this league, the consistency.
There has to be an investigation, Hank. Those are the numbers you're talking about just now. Goals against, save percentage, and wins. There has to be an investigation as to why this guy's not even on Team Canada's radar. If it's about performance alone, there's no reason why he shouldn't be on there, guys. So what is it? What is it that's keeping them from putting him on that team? Or just in consideration? Because based on play, he definitely has earned it so far. He has to be on it right now.
Is there anyone else in there? Pre-game, we talked about.
Mackenzie Blackwood.
Yeah.
I think he's a guy who I thought he played great in playoffs last year, too. He's got a good pedigree, big guy. He's finally getting to that age where I feel like goalies season out. Another name as a veteran guy, I saw him play in Arizona. I loved his game there. I think he lost it a little bit in Washington, but regained his confidence in LA as Darcy Kemper. Now, I think that would be a great safety valve. I feel like he's a very structured goalie. As far as Thompson's concerned, would you agree that he's probably one of the more athletic goalies in the league? And that's where he makes his bread?
Yeah, and he plays pretty deep, but he knows when to challenge. So to me, he makes really good reads, when to be aggressive, when to sit back. And it allows him to be more patient if you compare him to other goalies. But in terms of how he moves, yeah, he's really skilled in that department. And to Blackwood's point, I like goalies playing for teams where you expect to win, because then they play under pressure. And that's a big component when you go into, Olympic tournament, especially if you're playing in goal for Team Canada, where the expectation is to win. You want to be in an environment where winning is expected, and that's the pressure you feel every day when you come to the rink.
So we just mentioned 6 Canadian goalies. I believe Jordan Binnington has a Stanley Cup. Aiden Hill has a Stanley Cup. The 4 others don't.
Kemper has Stanley Cup as Avalanche.
Avalanche.
Oh, Avalanche.
Yes.
That's correct. Yeah. Who would you pick as your 3 guys if you had to right now, Hank?
Blackwood, Thompson, Binnington.
Anson?
I would say
3, by the way.
you stumped me.
Yeah.
And only Canadians.
But, yeah, Binnington?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. It's going to be Hellebuck, Swayman. No. Binnington's on there for sure. 100%. Absolutely. I think I'd have to throw Kemper in the mix too.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll TBD.
All right. But those 2?
Those 2 for sure.
I'd probably just lean towards what Hank said, because you got to go with the guy who did it at 4 Nations. I feel like it would be awkward if they didn't, unless maybe the stat line continues as such and St. Louis really falls off the rails. But I like the addition of Blackwood. I feel like Montembeault's kind of lost that starting job, at least to start this year. And then who was the other one you mentioned? Excuse me. Logan Thompson. Who,
yes.
I mean, his numbers are through the roof. And like you said, Ace, maybe there's some things in the past that would have made them look a different way, but the consistency from last year to this year and going into the Olympics with those types of numbers, I can't see why you wouldn't at least take him as your 3rd guy, just as a safety valve.
Yeah, there's no reason the way he's playing right now that you can overlook him. It doesn't make any sense. We were talking about Tom Wilson, 2 goals tonight, trying to play his way onto that Canadian Olympic team. Our friend Tarek Elbashir, he caught up with Tom Wilson.
Tom, do you ever have to pinch yourself to think about how lucky you've been to have a front row seat to all this history, 895 and tonight 900?
Yeah, every time. I think it's been the honor of my career. Pretty much all of us in that room getting to play with O and having a front row seat to something so special. So every time he goes out there, you just try and take it all in, because it's once in a lifetime stuff.
Let's talk about the goal. I didn't see him doing it on a spinorama backhander. Did you?
He finds ways to score.
He does.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's kind of just throw it at the net, shoot or shoot.
Ovi is now the only member of the 900 club. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, it's. I just asked Wes and Pete after. I said, "Do you think you will ever see somebody get 900 again in our lifetime or in the next lifetime?" Nobody really knows. So it's incredible the way that he just handles it with grace and just blows through all these milestones and shoulders so much pressure, everything for the game of hockey, this city, these fans. He's a special person, and so proud of him, happy for his family, and he's just going to keep it rolling.
Okay, enough about Ovi. Let's talk about Tom Wilson. 2 goals tonight, 8 goals in the season, 5 goals in the last 7 games. You're really feeling it now, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough league to score in, so when they're going in, you take it. We got a singular focus right now. Each game's the most important one. Obviously, nice to get back in the win column, and just anything I can do to help this team win is my focus.
I know you want to keep the focus on team, but I want to ask you an individual question. The Olympics are coming up. You're having a really strong start to the season. You're having good games in front of important people from Team Canada. Do you feel like you're trending towards maybe getting a spot on that team?
I try not to think about it, honestly. Right now, I'm just thinking about each game right in front of me. And if I play well and I play my game, you throw your name in the hat, and it's a privilege, it's an honor to even be in the conversation. It's one of those teams. It's like the New Zealand All Blacks. It's as a kid, it's your wildest dream to make that team, and I'll do anything I can. I'll do anything when I'm there, to make that team. But that being said, there's a lot of amazing players, best players in the world, and it's a tough team to make. So focused on the Caps right now. If I take care of business here, I'll give myself a chance, and we'll see what happens.
Tom, great stuff. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep, thanks, man.
He had to get up so he could get to the party here. Oh, yeah. What happened to that old back-to-back thing?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I asked him what was going on.
I wanted to get to those Bud Heavies. That's why.
Unbelievable.
Visor doing its job. Ovi, 900 goals. Let's hear from his head coach.
There's a lot of great special teams was excellent tonight. We needed our power play penalty kill to step up. That was an important game. We needed a performance from everybody in here. LT statement game. 900 goals in the Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
All right, great.
All right, thank you.